This is Jerry Veal, and today I'm going to show you how to add a watermark using Photoshop in a very simple two-layer process. The first thing you want to do is open the file that you want to watermark. In this particular case, I'm going to use these three zebras here as my watermark demo. So I brought them into Photoshop. That's a JPEG at this point. And what I want to do is the first thing I need to do is add a layer. So I'm going to go into the layer, and we're going to say new, and we're going to say layer, and we're going to make it we're going to let it default, and it's going to have the color of none. It's going to be a normal layer. I'm going to say OK. And you can see here it's added the layer right on top. Now, the next thing we have to do is to add our watermark. And we're just going to use the simple text tool out of Photoshop, and we've got layer number 1 selected, so it's going to go into layer number 1, and we're going to type it in here. And as I'm in here, what I'm going to say, I want this to be a permanent marker. I want it to be regular font. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. I'm going to make it 8-point font, and I'm going to use the color of white. I'm also going to make it an italicized, and then I'm going to type in my watermark. In this case, it's Jerry Veal Photography. And as you notice, that's scrolled off the side. So as I bring it down here, you can see the move tool appears right here. I'm going to bring it and pull it back into where I want it, put it in the location I want. Now in this particular case, it's a little bit bold. I want to lighten that a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this layer, and I'm going to say my opacity is 60%. And as you can see now, it's a lot lighter. I now want to save this back to my folder, but I won't be able to save it as a JPEG because I've got more than one layer here. So the first thing I have to do to get rid of that other layer is right-click on this background and say Merge Visible. It now gets rid of those layers and makes it one layer with the image and the watermark in it. I can now go in and say File, Save As, a JPEG file in this particular case. The watermark photo is the name of it, and I'm going to say Updated. And there it is. It's just that simple. I've created a watermark on my photo in Photoshop.